I'm April McMurtry with LearnReading.com, and today I'm going to teach you what to do when a child stumbles or struggles through a word. It's better to ask them questions than to give them answers. I just wanted to jump on and let you know that there is an idea or a strategy that I might not have explained very well before, so I want to share a little bit more with you what you can do if your child struggles on a word. And most people who are teaching their children, their child or student, will struggle with a word, many words, in a session or within a lesson. So here's what I like to do that works for me. If a child is stumbling through a word, then you can ask the question, what does this vowel say? That helps them to just focus on one letter, not even all the vowels, just what does this one vowel say, the first one. And then hopefully they will be able to tell you what that vowel says. And then I would ask the question, why? Why does that vowel say that? And that helps them to remember what they have learned about how to know what a vowel is going to say based on where it is in a word and the letters that surround it. Then you would just go to the next vowel. What does this vowel say and why? And then if there's another one, do the same thing. And if there are any other letters or digraphs that have more than one sound, such as a C or a G or a Y, I would invite them to tell you what that letter is going to say and why. And then if there's anything else tricky, maybe a silent E, just have them focus on just that one letter and explain to you what that's going to say. Then they might feel a lot more comfortable. In my experience, then they are able to pencil read that word without any problem. Then if you wanted to go a step further, I would ask them what the word would say if it was just 2 letters long. And then usually they can read it, just a 2-letter word. That's not intimidating. And they'll know what each of those letters say because they will have just gone over that. So you can invite them to disregard all of the other letters except for just the first 2. If that word was just 2 letters long, what would it say? And then if it was 3 letters long, let's add on just one more letter. And usually this is not intimidating for them. This is something that they are anxious to do because they know they can do it. And then if you just add on one more sound at a time, knowing that they before just told you what each of those sounds were and the sounds that they make. Sometimes it is hard to retain all of those sounds when you're trying to blend them in a multi-syllable word, but all of these exercises will help that retention to happen if they would have just gone through each sound, explain to you what it says and why, and then they will be starting with just the first 2 letters and just adding a new one and a new one and a new one. And pretty soon, it's that 3/4 of the way through that most students give up, but hopefully this will give them confidence to grab every single sound all the way to the end of the word. And then they will have read a word that was difficult for them just a few minutes before, and then you praise like crazy. Sometimes the kids just don't realize that they can do what they think they can't do. Probably true for all of us. Now, in this video, I mentioned pencil reading. If you are unfamiliar with that, there will be a link to another video that I've created about pencil reading that you can look at. That link will be for you in the description below. I also mentioned something about knowing what the vowels will say based on where they fall in a word and the letters that surround it. If that vowel placement strategy is new to you or something that you haven't learned yet, then I will also have a link to another YouTube video that you can watch that will explain a little bit more about that. If you want to go straight to the Learn Reading curriculum that has all of these tips and techniques built into the program, then there will be a link for you below to go straight to LearnReading.com. Feel free to leave me a comment if you have any questions, and thanks for all that you're doing for your readers.